The mist clings to the canopy as the first gentle drops of the afternoon drizzle descend upon the rainforest, signaling a shift in the tiny world below.
A vibrant green tree frog sits motionless on a waxy leaf, its skin glistening under the soft, diffused light of the overcast sky. A colony of leaf-cutter ants pauses their disciplined march, sensing the rhythmic vibrations of water hitting the forest floor. Kale, a juvenile emerald gecko, emerges cautiously from a hollow log, his golden eyes wide with curiosity at the cooling air. The drizzle intensifies slightly, turning the forest floor into a vibrant mosaic of damp earth, emerald moss, and decaying bark. A long-horned beetle struggles to climb a slick, vertical twig, its iridescent blue shell reflecting the gray, heavy sky above. Kale spots a small silver moth taking shelter under a broad fern leaf, its wings vibrating rapidly to maintain body heat. The sound of the rain is a rhythmic whisper, a secret language shared between the ancient trees and the creatures hiding within them. A glass frog reveals its translucent belly as it clings to the underside of a damp leaf, its tiny heart visible through its skin. High above, a slender vine snake begins its descent, moving like a green ribbon through the wet, tangled branches. Kale leaps across a gap between vines, his sticky toe pads providing a perfect grip even on the moisture-slicked surfaces. A dragon-headed katydid blends perfectly with the lichen-covered bark, remaining perfectly still as a predator passes nearby. The drizzle creates tiny natural pools in the cups of carnivorous pitcher plants, attracting unsuspecting, thirsty insects. A pair of damselflies dance over a forest puddle, their neon blue wings flashing like gems in the dim, filtered light. Cal finds a cluster of glowing bioluminescent mushrooms, their pale blue light illuminating the dark, wet corners of a tree's root system. The vine snake flickers its forked tongue, tasting the humid air for the chemical signature of the young gecko. A giant millipede curls into a tight protective spiral as a heavy drop of water hits its segments with a tiny thud. The rain washes away the scent trails of the day, forcing the forest's inhabitants to rely more on their vision and hearing. Kale hides behind a large purple orchid, watching the vine snake glide past just inches away from his hiding spot. A spider's web, laden with dew and rain, collapses under its own weight, trapping a tiny, struggling gnat in its silk. The drizzle softens into a fine, ethereal mist, creating a world where shadows seem to dance and edges become blurred. A jewel beetle emerges from the damp mulch, its metallic casing sparkling with rainbow colors despite the absence of direct sun. Kale discovers a rare orchid mantis, a creature perfectly disguised as a delicate white and pink flower, waiting for its prey. The heavy silence of the forest is broken only by the occasional sharp clack of a forest crab's pincers against a stone. A group of water striders skate across the surface of a forest pond, their movements unaffected by the gentle raindrops. The vine snake pauses, its golden horizontal pupil focusing on a small movement near the cluster of glowing mushrooms. Using the distraction of a falling, waterlogged leaf, Kale scrambles higher into the safety of the dense canopy. A butterfly with tattered but beautiful wings seeks refuge in the hollow of a tree, waiting for the drizzle to end. The smell of ozone and wet, fertile earth fills the air, a sensory overload that guides the gecko toward a hidden clearing. A stick insect stretches its long, spindly limbs,
mimicking the swaying of the branches in the light, cooling breeze. The drizzle begins to fade, leaving behind a world transformed by moisture, renewal, and the promise of growth. Kale reaches the top of a giant fern, overlooking the misty valley as the heavy clouds begin to break apart. A dragonfly shakes its wings dry, the returning sunlight catching the intricate, glass-like patterns of its wing veins. The vine snake, having lost the scent trail in the dampness, retreats into the shadows of a massive strangler fig tree. A snail leaves a long silver trail across a dark, wet stone, its slow journey a testament to patience in a fast-paced world.
The forest begins to hum with life again as the smaller insects emerge from their rainy day shelters to feed.
Cal finally finds another of his kind, a female gecko with bright orange spots, resting on the petal of a giant bromeliad. They share a brief, silent communication, a moment of connection that ensures the survival of their species in the wild. The golden hour light pierces through the remaining mist, creating magnificent God rays that illuminate the forest floor. As evening approaches, the whispers of the drizzle fade into the loud, rhythmic chorus of the night, a cycle of life completed.